There's some encouraging news this morning about Buffalo Bills defensive player Damar Hamlin.
Yeah, in a statement, the Bills say Hamlin is showing signs of improvement at a Cincinnati hospital, but he is still under intensive care and in critical condition after collapsing on the field during Monday night's game against the Bengals. NBC News correspondent Maura Barrett is tracking those developments, and she joins us now from Cincinnati. Maura, good morning. Thank you for being up early with us. So it's been 3 days since Hamlin collapsed on the field, and teams are actually getting ready, of course, to play this weekend. It's for the first time since the incident. First, just tell us, what's the mood like right now within the league?
Well, Savannah, we're now learning, according to new ratings data, that nearly 24 million viewers were watching the game on Monday night, watched Damar Hamlin collapse with that cardiac arrest, and waited with bated breath as he received CPR to set his heart back into motion. Obviously, players on the field, people in the stands, also very anxious watching that. And so that mood has continued here in Cincinnati and in Buffalo and across the country over the last 3 days, because players described it as an emotional and scary scene, even as the Bengals players here in Cincinnati returned to the field where that tragedy happened yesterday, starting up practice, getting ready for this weekend's game. I would hear from the head coach of the Bengals yesterday, who described how everything played out.
There was no rule book. There's no protocols for how to handle that. I thought that they really did a good job of everyone that was on the field could feel the seriousness of the situation, and they did a great job of stepping back and asking the Bills what they needed, us what we needed.
Now, both teams, the Bengals and the Bills, do have scheduled games this weekend against the Ravens and the Patriots, respectively, and that plan is in place to still play those games. But the NFL said yesterday they're still figuring out if and when the Bengals-Bills game will be rescheduled and played. The Bengals players had said that they want to respect whatever the Bills team wants to do. All of this as Damar Hamlin continues to remain in the ICU here at UC Health, sedated and in critical condition, though his family and doctors say he is making lots of signs of improvement.
Which is so good to hear. Maura, we are also hearing from President Biden. He says he spoke with Hamlin's parents. What more can you tell us about that conversation?
Well, President Biden was actually just across the river here for an infrastructure event yesterday, and he mentioned to reporters that he had spoken with Hamlin's parents at length. Now, it's not atypical for President Biden to reach out in some of these tragic situations, exercising his role as sympathizer-in-chief, as we see so often. But what was notable is that a reporter asked him directly about the incident and asked him if he thinks the NFL is too dangerous. He spoke broadly, but I want you to hear what he said back.
You know, you hit somebody with that kind of force. Now, that's not what happened here. But I just think it's, I don't know how you avoid it. I think working like hell on the helmets and the concussion protocols, that all makes a lot of sense. But it's, you know, it is dangerous.
Now, obviously, President Biden not touching specifically on the incident, especially as the NFL says their medical team is investigating the cause of that cardiac arrest. But the fact that the President of the United States is weighing in on an issue that so many across the country have put the NFL under a microscope for, criticizing the safety precautions here, definitely is something worth noting. Joe?
Absolutely, it is. Maura, we've seen this huge show of support for Hamlin over the last few days. Specifically, I want to ask you about this just incredible amount of donations that have been pouring in for his toy drive. Tell us about that.
Yeah, this has been really encouraging to see the community obviously really coming together, again, both here in Cincinnati and in Buffalo. There had been a GoFundMe set up in the past couple of years for a toy drive that Damar Hamlin had set up with his mother, his family, and we have now seen more than $7 million in donations just in the last few days. That'll be going to his foundation to support his community, but we've also seen prayers coming in across the country, prayer vigils in both cities, a memorial, a vigil set up here just outside the hospital as people come and stop and pray, encouraging Hamlin to get better, because as we've heard over and over again, this is more than just about football. This is about a 24-year-old who is fighting for his life. Guys?
Absolutely. Every morning that number jumps by multiple millions. It's just really incredible to see. Maura, thank you so much.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.